What's up, everybody, and thanks for joining in to the Quick Shot series. So here's the idea of this quick shot. It's really just to do a quick 3 to 5 minute video on a player or a topic to really guide you in your Dynasty journey. This is assuming you have already drafted. It is an existing Dynasty league. So to get into it, we're just gonna move right in to Kenny Golladay, wide receiver for the New York Giants. Yeah, so we're going to talk Kenny Golladay, wide receiver for the New York Giants. And look, this is only for contending teams. If you are in a rebuild, do not, I repeat, do not go and acquire Kenny Golladay, as by the time you're in a contention type situation, he's probably a guy that's going to be dead that you don't want on your team. However, if you are a contender and you need that flex play, I'm looking to move a draft pick to put Kenny Golladay on my team to hopefully put me over the top. And here's a few of the reasons why. Look, I know Kenny Golladay had a down season last year. It was not good by really any metric, by any shape of the imagination. But I don't know that it was Kenny Golladay. And I look at some of the changes that the New York Giants have made. They brought in Brian Daboll as the as the head coach, former offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. And there's one thing about Brian Daboll that you need to know. It's the fact that this man can get the rushing in the situation that you want it to be in. Out of 8 seasons as an offensive coordinator, 6 of those seasons he has produced a top 12 rushing attack. Top 12, 6 of his 8 offensive coordinator seasons. And that's with Cleveland, that's with Miami, that's with Buffalo. That's some offenses that you typically, and Cleveland was before the Nick Chubb days, right? That's not Nick Chubb time. So I really think this is going to play into Kenny Galladay's benefit. And here's why. Saquon Barkley is a monster, and I expect him to return to form under Brian Daboll's system. Kenny Golladay is at his best when there is a rushing attack. And here's the proof in the pudding. 2018, 2019, I skipped 2020 because he only played 5 games, and then 2021. His best game in those equated to games that also the rushing attack did very well in. So if I look at 2018, week 14 against the Buffalo Bills, he had his best performance of the year, and the rushing attack had over 122 yards rushing. If I look at 2019, week 12 against the Chicago Bears, he put up over 140 receiving yards, and again, the rushing game was over 100 yards. And if I look at 2021, his best game came week 4 against the New Orleans Saints, where he posted about 115-ish yards, something around there. And Saquon Barkley had his best fantasy finish of the season with over 30 fantasy points. Now, not only did he do that when Saquon had his best performance, he also did it against one of the best cover corners in the game in Marshawn Lattimore. So I really believe that if Brian Daboll can get the running game going like I believe he can, Kenny Golladay is going to be a huge asset to your contending team. Now, if you are that contention team, I'm offering the 206 to the 201. So a mid to early second round pick to go get Kenny Golladay on my team. And I'm moving now because the narrative isn't out there. This information has not been really communicated very well. So the more that people start to read into Brian Daboll, the more that Kenny Golladay gets some hype in camp, I think that price is going to start to rise. So I think you need to go get him right now for that 201 to 206 draft pick. And I'm telling you right now, guys are going to smash that thinking that they are just pulling something on you, right? They're going to think you're just crazy and out of your mind. And I think he is a absolute smash play in that draft pick range. Now, Kenny Golladay, we're done with. This is Bourbon Sips and Fantasy Football Tips. Can't do this without a little bit of bourbon. Now, this is going to be a quick hit, right? It's very quick, very short, very to the point. Heaven Hill, bottled in bond, 7-year. $40 to $50 MSRP. You need to get this on your shelf. It's pretty standard bourbon, very vanilla, very caramel, very oak, and it's that way all the way through. It's very consistent from the nose to the palate to the finish. The finish is about medium to long, if I really think about that. But it is absolutely something that if you can find it, you should have it on your shelf. If you happen to find yourself driving through New York, it is readily available in multiple liquor stores in the Western New York area, around the Rochester, Buffalo area, which is where my wife's family is from. Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, it's a little bit tougher to come by unless you find it on the secondary market. I would not pay secondary market price for this product, but I would absolutely pay $50 to have it on my shelf at any given time. So, Heaven Hill, bottled and bond, 7-year, get it. Kenny Golladay, get it. Bottoms up.